I used to call him the Bernie Madoff of the NFL. And now I must call him Danny Dimes. He rolling. We got to talk about Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is putting up. I just didn't think it was possible, I'll be honest. He is putting up an amazing run right now. He's throwing for almost 300 yards a game, and he is playing clean football. He's playing clean football. Now he has played the Titans, and who else did he have here? He had, I can't think of it right now, but the schedule ain't been that tough. Now, I do want to see him against the Rams this upcoming week in L.A., especially after the Rams took the loss to the Philadelphia Eagles and let them come back from 19 down. That's a whole nother story. But, so you know they're going to be angry. And I want to see how Daniel Jones performs in that game to let me know if he's certified, that guy. But right now, I'm going to be honest, he looks good in that Shane Steichen system. Of course, you know, Shane Steichen comes from Philly. He is the man credited with getting Jalen Hurts to that next level as a quarterback. And it's looking like he's doing the same thing with Daniel Jones. And when you got a 6'5" frame and he about 250, he got a big arm, he's mobile, and he's doing everything that Anthony Richardson couldn't do, everything that they drafted Anthony Richardson to do. Daniel Jones is on a good pace. And what they're doing for Mr. Danny Dimes is when you got Jonathan Taylor running the ball like that, you know, they're starting to try to stack the box up. And Daniel Jones is just going through his reads perfectly. I had to go back and look at some of the highlights and a little bit of film that I could see of what he's doing, and he is going through his reads nice. And this had to be so unexpected that he would be the main man. But Bruce Arians said this, and when we had the Slant channel before the channel had switched over, I actually had did a video on this, on Bruce Arians talking about this. He felt like Daniel Jones was treated wrong in New York. He felt like he was not getting the proper tutelage, and he felt like he was the guy that could take that next jump. Now, I am a big fan of Bruce Arians, Mr. Kango himself, but I thought he was losing his mind a little bit because the things I seen Daniel Jones doing in New York, I'm just like, ain't no way he gonna go over there and do these things that he's doing. But Bruce was right. And this is why Bruce is a QB guru. He's one of the best offensive coordinators. He's just an overall good dude. And you're seeing what's happening. Shane Steichen has unlocked Daniel Jones. Yes. And then you got Michael Pittman. Then you got Tyler Warren over there. They got weapons. So he's in a situation where he's really getting that 2.0 moment. He's getting a chance to develop, and he has the weapons to go with it. And they're in the AFC South that's weak. So my bid is on Daniel Jones winning Comeback Player of the Year or Most Improved Player, whatever the award is that fits Daniel Jones, and actually being in the MVP conversation. Because I looked at the schedule, and if the schedule goes the way, you know, scheduling never works out the way you think it works out. But it's not really a tough schedule. He has the Rams this week coming up. Then he has the Chiefs maybe 4 or 5 weeks down. But everything else looks kind of light. So it does not look like a heavy schedule for the Indianapolis Colts. And I don't see why he can't feast on his schedule, especially the way it's going. You got a healthy Jonathan Taylor that's looking like an MVP candidate himself, and you got the weapons around him. Even the defense has picked up. So they're in a situation where Daniel Jones could be in the running for an MVP. I don't know if the sky is falling. Let me check. I just didn't see this coming. I'm just going to be totally honest. I did not see it coming. But it's a welcome surprise. And what we're seeing is a lot of these quarterbacks are having these 2.0 moments. Well, why is that? I'm going to say it again. And I'm going to get to this video because this is going to be a very detailed video that I would like to put out at some point here. But it is the development. These guys are behind the 8 ball on development. And it's starting to look like as soon as they leave that initial team that they were with, they get that breath of fresh air somewhere else. And now they're starting to develop. You got Sam Darnold. Now you got Daniel Jones. I mean, Geno Smith had a 2.0 moment. It's like now all of a sudden these quarterbacks are getting these 2.0 moments. So, I mean, when you look at the situation, I mean, they even had the comparable from last year. And Daniel Jones' numbers, I think, were better than Trevor Lawrence's. And we saw Jacksonville invest all this money into Trevor Lawrence. So a lot of these guys have the tools, but if they're not developed correctly, you're going to see a situation like Daniel Jones. And Daniel Jones was humbled. He was able to go to, I think he was, Minnesota last year for a minute? And now he's in a situation where he got a chance to compete for the job with Anthony Richardson, and he took full advantage of it. Even before Anthony Richardson had got hurt, he was just outplaying Anthony Richardson. And good for Daniel Jones. Listen, I'm going to be watching because nobody made more fun of somebody than Daniel Jones. I made fun of Daniel Jones. It seemed like every week. It was just a running joke because of the way he was playing. But all respect to Daniel Jones. He is rolling, and he's in the perfect system. And the coach might have found the steal after maybe missing on their quarterback. So we'll see if Anthony Richardson get traded by trade deadline. Don't know, but Indianapolis, I bet you didn't see this one coming. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this video. To the next one.